Hi, something a bit different today, a toy review, and this is for two Nerf guns I just bought. The first being the Nerf N-Strike Jolt, and the second being the Nerf N-Strike Reflex IX-1. So the reason why I bought these, primarily because I wanted to have something to play with in the garden with my little boy who's 4. These are actually sort of designed for, it says on here, sort of 8 and over, but I thought if we got sort of some smaller ones that might actually be just right for a 4-year-old. Both of these are actually fine. We've just had them out. You'll notice that this one comes with 3 darts. This one did come with 2, but those 2 darts are, one's on the top of the garage and one's in the neighbour's garden. So yeah, lots of fun already with those. As I say, they're both relatively cheap. They're both under £5 from Tesco's.com. The Reflex I think was reduced from £8. So I'd expect slightly more from that one. It's certainly of a more complicated construction. It looks cooler, but probably my conclusion is going to be this one's probably the better gun. So if we just take them out of the packets, first of all we'll take out the Jolt. As I say, it came with 2 darts, but they've been a little bit lost. Nice little gun. It's got a strange sort of, underneath the paint there you can see a sort of strange sort of digicam texture. Both of them have that. All sort of pretty much made in 2 halves with painted sections rather than sort of actual bits of plastic inlaid. Very simple cocking mechanism. Basically you just pull back on that. This trigger, one piece is holding the piston back, and then when you fire it, off it pops. Obviously you load the dart in the end there. One thing that I've noticed is when you load the darts in both these guns, and I'm sure it's common knowledge for Nerf fanatics, if you jam them in hard, they don't pop out quite so easily. So that's the first gun. As I say, it's got easy cocking mechanism, nice small grip for a younger kid's hands, and very easy to operate. So that's the Jolt. And the other here is the Reflex. Just take this out. So again, if you can just pick it up, there's sort of that digicam sort of underlay, lots of painted sections. As I say, this is a much more complicated construction. Still single shot, still manually operated. Basically, put it back like that, and there you've got the piston poking out the back there, load your pellet, and then press the trigger, in it goes. So if you look at that, I would have said that feels like you've got more capacity. You look at the travel in this, about 1 inch, so 1 inch of a cylinder like that compared to that, I would have said that's going to chuck the dart out with more force. What I found is I don't think it actually does. Both of these pretty reliably chuck the dart out around about 25 foot, I would have said. We'll try and set it up out in the garden and get a bit of a measure on that. But I definitely think this is the better gun. And this is RRP, I think, around about £5. And this one here is RRP near £8 or £9. So yeah, it does look cooler, a bit more exciting how it operates. Strange grip there really for anyone but a very small, well, I think even a child with a small hand would find that an odd grip, but it looks cooler, but I don't think that works as well. The other observation I'd make before we just take it out in the garden for a quick demo is that the darts, first couple of shots with a brand new dart, much better performance. As soon as they start getting bent, or in some cases today chewed, the performance starts dropping off really, really fast. So, fresh darts, lots of them. I think you can get a pack of 30 darts for around about £7. I think we'll definitely be doing that. Yeah, but great fun. And for like a tenner, we've probably played with these for, I don't know, 3 hours today. And a 4-year-old keeping their attention for 3 hours is pretty good. Okay, well, let's get in the garden for a quick test, and you can see how they perform. So, we're out in the garden. I'm going to try and shoot the little playhouse there. I'm going to try and aim for the little window. That's around about 35 foot away. I haven't got a tape measure quite long enough, but if you can see in front of us there, that tape measure is actually 19 foot long, and that's around about sort of 15 or so feet away from us. So, aiming for the playhouse window. Not too bad. Let's give it another go. And these are darts that have remained unused today. And this is the Jolt. So that one just dropped off and hit the ground before it. So they're easily making sort of 35-ish foot. I said earlier on it was at least 25, but they're pretty good. Okay, now let's try the Reflex. Okay, so we're back with the Reflex now. My feeling is that at this distance we might not actually make it to the playhouse at all. In my opinion, this gun performs significantly less well than the Jolt, but let's give it a go. So that hit the ground just before the playhouse. Let's try the second dart. Now I'll move my hand a little bit to the side so you've got more chance to see what's going on here. That's not too bad. So as I say, both guns perform pretty well. I reckon sort of 35 foot there is at the range of their effectiveness. But for the money, great fun. Okay, I'll see you later. Bye bye.